Hi and welcome in our channel Alive Inc. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe for our future videos, and thank you very much in advance.
In the world of writing, the art of storytelling, language mastery, and creativity are often seen as the most important elements for success. However, there's a lesser known but equally critical tool that can drastically improve a writer's ability to connect with their audience, grow their readership, and maintain a sustainable writing career. That tool is the 80-20th rule, or Pareto Principle. If you've never heard of it, you're in for a transformative revelation. In this video, we'll explore what the 80-20th rule is, why it's relevant to writers, and how you can apply it to your writing process, marketing, and overall career to maximize growth. By the end of this video, you'll have a strategic framework for growing your readers' numbers efficiently. Understanding the 80-20th rule. The 80-20th rule, or Pareto Principle, is a concept originally coined by Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto in the early 20th century. Pareto discovered that 80% of Italy's wealth was owned by 20% of the population, and this principle of unequal distribution seemed to apply to many areas of life. Essentially, the 80-20th rule asserts that roughly 80% of effects come from 20% of causes. For writers, this means that about 80% of your results, whether they be readers, income, engagement, or exposure, will come from 20% of your efforts. The key to success is identifying that 20% and focusing your energy on it to achieve outsized results. It's about working smarter, not harder, and ensuring that you maximize the impact of the time, energy, and resources you put into your writing career. Why the 80-20th rule matters for writers. The life of a writer is full of distractions, and many of us struggle to find a balance between writing, editing, marketing, social media, responding to reader comments, and the myriad other tasks that make up a writer's day. By applying the 80-20th rule, you can pinpoint which activities yield the most benefit, allowing you to streamline your efforts, reduce wasted time, and grow your reader base more efficiently. The value of efficiency. As a writer, time is your most valuable asset. Unlike many other professions, writers often work without a structured office environment, which makes time management crucial. If you spend too much time on tasks that don't bring significant results, your writing and your readers will suffer. By embracing the 80-20th rule, you can focus on what works, whether it's the type of stories you write, the platforms you use to market your books, or the types of engagement that bring the best response from readers. Once you identify your 20%, you can stop spreading yourself thin and start achieving more with less effort, growing your readership. The 80-20th approach. When it comes to growing your audience, the 80-20th rule can be a game changer. Let's break down how you can apply this principle across several areas of your writing career to see meaningful growth in your reader base. 1. Writing content that resonates. Focus on what works. As a writer, you probably have various themes, styles, and genres that interest you. However, not all of them will resonate with your audience equally. Some stories will generate buzz, attract readers, and make them return for more, while others may not perform as well. Identifying the 20% of content that drives 80% of engagement. Take a moment to review your body of work, whether you're writing novels, short stories, blog posts, or even social media content. Analyze which of your pieces have performed best in terms of reader engagement. Consider the following. Which stories get the most comments, likes, or shares? Which blog posts generate the highest traffic? Which genres or themes do your readers ask for more of? Once you identify the 20% of content that generates the most engagement, you can create more of it. This doesn't mean you should abandon creativity or experimentation, but by focusing on what your readers already love, you'll grow your audience more efficiently. Case study: genre writers. Genre writers can particularly benefit from the 80-20th rule. For example, if you're a fantasy writer and you notice that your epic fantasy novels get significantly more attention than your urban fantasy stories, it's worth dedicating more of your time to epic fantasy. You'll be catering to the preferences of your existing readers while attracting new ones who are interested in similar content. 2. Marketing. focus on the most effective channels. In today's digital age, writers have more marketing tools at their disposal than ever before: social media platforms, email newsletters, blog posts, book trailers, paid advertising, and more. However, not all of these channels will be equally effective for every writer. Pinpoint the 20% of marketing efforts that yield the most growth. Just as you analyze your writing content, it's important to measure the effectiveness of your marketing efforts. Track key performance indicators, KPIs, such as which social media platform drives the most traffic to your website, which type of post videos, quotes, blog links get the most engagement, where do most of your new readers come from, social media, blog, paid ads, etc. For example, you might find that Twitter brings the most traffic to your blog, while Facebook gets the most engagement on your posts. Maybe your email newsletter subscribers are more likely to buy your books than followers on Instagram. Once you identify these trends, direct the majority of your marketing efforts toward the platforms and strategies that bring the best results. This could mean scaling back your presence on platforms that don't perform well or allocating your advertising budget to focus on your most successful campaigns. Example, targeted email lists. Email marketing is often considered one of the most powerful tools for writers. If you find that 80% of your sales come from 20% of your email subscribers, you could tailor your marketing strategy to focus on that core group. You might send exclusive content, early book releases, or discounts to these readers to deepen their loyalty and encourage them to spread the word. 3. Engaging with readers, quality over quantity. Engaging with readers is crucial for building a strong, dedicated audience. However, many writers feel the need to be constantly available, responding to every comment or message, which can be time-consuming and draining. Focus on meaningful interactions. Using the 80-20 rule, you can focus on the 20% of interactions that matter most to your readers. For instance, identify your most loyal readers. Engage with the fans who consistently comment, share, and promote your work. These readers are likely part of your core 20% and will have the biggest impact on your readership growth. Create community-driven initiatives. Instead of responding to every comment, host a Q&A session, start a book club, or hold contests where your top readers can interact with you and each other. This encourages group interaction and allows you to focus on more meaningful, large-scale engagements. Deepening reader relationships. When it comes to engaging with your audience, it's not always about the number of interactions, but the quality. By identifying your most active readers, those who comment frequently, share your work, leave reviews, etc., you can focus your time on deepening these relationships. Consider offering your most loyal readers exclusive content, personalized thank you notes, or even early access to your upcoming projects. By cultivating a core group of fans, you create a word-of-mouth marketing machine that can help grow your audience without you needing to be constantly engaged in one-on-one interactions. For editing and rewriting, streamline the process. Editing is a crucial part of the writing process, but it can also be time-consuming. Many writers spend hours editing and rewriting, only to feel like they're making little progress. The 80-20 rule can help you streamline this process by identifying the most impactful edits. Focus on the 20% of edits that make the biggest difference. Not every word or sentence needs to be meticulously rewritten. Instead, focus on the key elements that will have the greatest impact on your story. Plot coherence. Are there any major plot holes or inconsistencies? Fixing these will have a more significant effect than rewriting minor details. Character development. Are your characters fully fleshed out? Ensure that their actions and motivations make sense and drive the story forward. Pacing. Is your story dragging in certain areas? Tightening up your pacing can make your book more engaging and keep readers hooked from start to finish. By identifying the 20% of issues that will make 80% of the difference in your manuscript, you can edit more efficiently and avoid getting bogged down in minor details. 5. Leveraging your strengths. Focus on what you're best at. As a writer, you likely have certain strengths, whether it's writing dialogue, crafting compelling characters, or building immersive worlds. The 80-20 rule suggests that you should focus on these strengths rather than trying to excel in every area. Play to your strengths. If you excel at writing dialogue but struggle with world building, focus on stories that allow your dialogue to shine. If you're great at creating relatable characters, make character-driven stories the heart of your work. By focusing on what you're naturally good at, you'll produce higher quality work in less time and attract readers who appreciate your unique strengths. Outsourcing or minimizing weaknesses continued. If marketing isn't your forte, hire a social media manager or take an online marketing course to learn the basics. If you're not confident in your editing skills, consider hiring a professional editor or using a tool like Grammarly to catch basic mistakes. The key is to focus on what you do best and delegate or minimize the areas that drain your time and energy without significant results. By focusing on your strengths, you'll naturally create better work, which will attract more readers. At the same time, by not getting bogged down in areas where you're less proficient, you'll free up more time for writing and connecting with your audience the tasks that are most crucial to your growth. 6. Networking and collaborations build strategic relationships. Networking can often feel like a daunting or time-consuming task for writers. From attending conferences to engaging in online communities, the opportunities to network are vast, but not all will be equally fruitful. The 80-20 rule can help you identify the most strategic relationships to build those that will contribute the most to your writing career and readership growth. Focus on the 20% of relationships that yield the most benefits. Instead of trying to connect with everyone, focus on building deeper, more meaningful relationships with a select group of individuals who can help you grow. These could be influential bloggers and reviewers. A handful of well-respected book bloggers or reviewers can help expose your work to new readers far more effectively than engaging with dozens of smaller or less engaged platforms. Fellow writers. Collaborating with other writers in your genre can expand your audience. This could involve co-authoring a book, guest posting on each other's blogs, or promoting each other's work. Readers who promote your work. Some of your readers may be natural influencers, sharing your books with friends or on social media. Engaging more with these readers and encouraging them to spread the word can help grow your audience without significant additional effort. Make networking work for you. Instead of attending every writer's conference or spending hours in online writing groups, focus on the opportunities that will give you the most return for your time investment. Consider speaking at events where your target audience is present or collaborating on projects that have a built-in promotional component, such as anthologies or podcast appearances. The goal is to make networking a strategic tool for growth, rather than just another task on your to-do list. 7. Reader feedback. Focus on the most impactful criticism. Criticism can be hard to take, but it's a crucial part of growing as a writer. However, not all feedback is equally useful. By applying the 80-20 rule, you can sift through the feedback you receive and focus on the 20% that will lead to 80% of your improvement. Prioritize feedback from key sources. Your most loyal readers. If several of your core readers point out the same issue, for example, pacing, character development, that feedback is likely worth considering. Professional critics or editors. If you work with a professional editor or receive feedback from a seasoned book reviewer, their insights can be particularly valuable. Patterns in feedback. If you see a recurring theme in the feedback you're receiving, even if it's from different sources, it's likely worth addressing. By focusing on the most insightful and recurring feedback, you can make targeted improvements to your writing that will have the greatest positive impact on your reader's experience. Implementing feedback strategically, instead of trying to address every piece of feedback, focus on the critiques that align with your goals as a writer and will enhance your reader's experience. If multiple readers are confused by a plot point, prioritize fixing it. If one person didn't like a character, most others did, it may not be worth changing. By honing in on the feedback that matters most, you can make revisions that will genuinely improve your work without getting overwhelmed by every comment or suggestion. 8. The 80/20th rule in self-publishing. Maximize returns. For writers who are self-publishing, the 80/20th rule can be particularly beneficial in managing the business side of writing. From book production to marketing and distribution, self-publishing involves a lot of moving parts. The key to success is focusing on the aspects that bring the highest returns. Focus on the 20% of publishing efforts that yield the most sales. Here are some areas where self-publishers can apply the 80/20th rule. Book cover design. A great cover can drive sales more effectively than nearly any other marketing tool. If you can only invest in one aspect of your self-publishing process, make sure your book cover is professional and eye-catching. Effective pricing strategies. Experiment with pricing to find the sweet spot that maximizes sales and profitability. Often, a well-timed price drop or promotion can lead to significant sales spikes. Distribution platforms. Not all platforms will be equally effective for every book. Focus on the platforms Amazon, Kobo, your own website that bring in the most sales, and consider cutting back on those that don't perform as well. By prioritizing your efforts in these high-return areas, you'll increase your chances of self-publishing success without wasting time and money on elements that don't significantly contribute to your bottom line. 9. Set clear goals and measure results. The 80/20th rule is not just about cutting down on wasted effort, it's also about being deliberate and strategic. To truly leverage the 80/20th rule, it's important to set clear goals for your writing career and measure your results to identify what's working and what isn't. Set smart goals. Smart goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, are essential for identifying the most impactful actions. Here are a few examples of SMART goals for writers. Grow my email subscriber list by 20% in the next 3 months. Increase my blog traffic by 30% by focusing on SEO optimized content. Write and publish 1 short story per month that appeals to my most engaged readers. By setting clear goals, you can more easily determine which actions are contributing to your success, allowing you to focus on the most effective strategies. Measure your progress. To apply the 80/20th rule effectively, regularly measure your progress. This might involve tracking your book sales, email subscribers, social media growth, or reader engagement. By analyzing these metrics, you can see which actions have the biggest impact on your growth and adjust your strategy accordingly. Conclusion: the 80/20th rule as a tool for growth. The 80/20th rule is a powerful tool for writers who want to grow their reader base and make the most of their time and effort. By focusing on the 20% of actions that bring 80% of the results, you can achieve more with less stress and build a sustainable writing career. Whether it's honing in on the type of content that resonates most with your readers, focusing your marketing efforts on the most effective platforms, or streamlining your editing and networking processes, the 80/20th rule can help you work smarter and achieve your writing goals faster. By strategically applying this principle across every aspect of your writing life, you'll be well on your way to growing your readers' numbers and your success as a writer. Thank you very much for watching, and see you all in the next video.